Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Wrestleslam Special. We are back in the Pav, heart of Cork City for tonight's RCW show. And I am standing by with, well, this man goes by many names, the legend. He is the man himself. But I'm going to say he's a workhorse himself. He is Terry Thatcher. How are you doing, sir?
Not too bad, Matt. Not too bad. Coming up with a new nickname, actually. I am Unbreakable Terry Thatcher. I am the Nokia 3210 of Irish wrestling, whatever you want to call me. I am essentially calling myself indestructible because 20 years in, still going, pushing 40. Don't tell anybody. But still going strong. Still taking all the bumps, unfortunately.
Okay. But that's the price you pay, unfortunately, Terry, right?
That's it. Yeah.
But of course now, but your name has been attached to Irish wrestling for so long now. People actually know who Terry Thatcher is. People over the seas, around the world, even outside the galaxy, even knows of Terry Thatcher himself, the Unbreakable himself. And what's your thoughts on people actually finding out about yourself now, coming into every show? And what do you think people expect from the Unbreakable, the Nokia 6 himself, Terry Thatcher?
Like I said, I have been doing this for a while, but right now the scene is kind of blowing up again. Like, we went through a big phase a few years back, but we're getting back to there now. It's really starting to blow up. As you said, everywhere is taking notice of the scene. Look, I'm a fairly humble guy. I think most people who follow the scene here are aware of who I am and what I'm all about. Like, I do take a lot of punishment, but I keep getting back up. That's essentially my thing. But for the people outside, if they aren't aware, really, really get onto it. We've got so much good going on here on this tiny little island that, even to the point where, the biggest wrestling company in the world is taking notice. Is taking notice of what Ireland is doing. We are flooding WWE right now. We've got Sheamus, Finn, Becky, Jordan, Aoife, Terry, Lyra, and many more on the way as well. I look up and down the country. I look at people in School of Irish Wrestling, people in Fight Factory, people in Hard Knocks, people down here in RCW, and up north in Titanic and all. There's just so much talent up and down the country that, it's only a matter of time before a lot of these guys and girls are snapped up. So, if there's anybody out there who's kind of unsure about Irish wrestling, seriously, get on it. See these people before you end up having to pay 800 quid to see them on SmackDown, you know?
Yeah, that's the best way to put it. And it's funny you mentioned about all those names and more people coming onto the Irish scene, because we said this on the podcast. We feel like the Irish is taking over wrestling in general. And of course, you know yourself, you've gone to ring with so many great talents. Of course, you're doing amazing coaching over in the School of Irish Wrestling. And how does it feel actually knowing that there's more people coming in, inspired by those names like Sheamus, like Finn, like Lyra, inspired by that, getting into the ring and even wishing to go forward now because of those names?
Yeah, no, it is. It's really cool with this new crop of talent. Because, you see people come and go, and some people stay. They start wrestling. Maybe it's not for them, but then you see other people who give it 100% all the time. They make it their life, and they're the ones that go on. But a lot of the way we've gotten now into this generation are influenced by, say, the generation I started with. You have guys like CBL, who's legitimately he looks at Sheamus and goes, that's who I want to be. And having Sheamus home there a few months back, and he came down and did a little talk with us in the School of Irish Wrestling, it's really, really cool. And the same way with Finn and JD coming home, and same again with Aoife, everybody coming home, and that's a really cool thing that even when they get to that level, they still want to give back. They never forget where they came from. And I think that's really, really cool. And it's really cool then to see this generation being influenced by that generation. Look, they laid the foundation. They paved the road, and now all these guys can walk down that street now. So.
Yeah. And that's the thing about the Irish. We're so committed, and the Irish connection will always be strong. But that's them. Let's talk about the now. Let's talk about Terry Thatcher. Now, of course, you probably have a shelf all the way back home filled with great titles. There's actually enough space for actually more accomplishments you will accomplish online. One of them probably be the SuperX title here at RCW. Now, of course, be later on in the show, but that'll be kind of a good thing to have on your mental, I say, the SuperX title.
Yeah, big time. As soon as the SuperX title was introduced, I immediately said, that is a good-looking title. I would like to have a hold of that. And it's a great prize for this style of wrestling. Like, obviously influenced by TNA's X Division back in the day, and like still going now. But yeah, that's a great prize when you see the kind of athleticism that this generation is coming up with, the ingenuity, the creativeness, the athleticism, as I said. It's just, we needed a specific division for that, and RCW have done something excellent by establishing this. And yeah, absolutely, 100%. I would like to have that on my accolades. But you know, there's personal reasons then on top of it as well. Like when you look at who's holding the championship, I have a long history with Mark Haskins. It's been a few years since we've been in the ring together. I'd love to run it back. So all I gotta do is outlast 4 of the very best in the country, outlast them for 25 minutes, come out with the most points, and I'm right back in contention. I'm right back to where I need to be, and that is a date with an old friend. You know?
Yeah, nothing better than a good old catch-up now, Terry, lad. Now, I do this to everyone who actually comes on board, but anyone you want to call out, anyone who wants to know the name, that is the Unbreakable himself, Terry Thatcher. I'm just going to give you a bit of a space here, if anyone you have in mind.
Yeah, no, look, anybody can get it. Anybody can get it. You get in where you fit in. You come down, try me out, okay? I call myself unbreakable. I call myself indestructible. You dispute that, like I always say, hit me with your best shot.
Could have said it better myself. Terry, you're a gent. Best luck tonight, lad.